Don't mind the siren. Hello everyone, my name's Jessica. That just sounds weird. Hello everyone, my name's Jessica and welcome to another... Hello everyone, my name's Jessica and welcome to another Jess video. Now, I know finals are coming up for me. I don't know if finals are coming up for you or what's happening, but I figured, hey, why not do a video related to finals and school and stuff? So today is, as you can probably see by the title, is how to study for finals, basically. So the first thing you need to do is figure out what studying style works for you. Whether that's you need to watch videos refreshing your mind on the topic and take notes on the videos, or read over notes you've taken throughout the year, or if you need to read over the textbook or do practice quizzes, find the format that works for you. Maybe you need to teach the content to someone else. And I know that helps me a lot because I'm like, okay, I know how this works because I can teach someone else, and it helps me stick in my head. Other things that can really help, especially if there's points you need to memorize, is trying to find rhymes or like little phrases that'll get stuck in your head. Like something that I remember for chemistry that my friend made up is metals are just too basic, because when metals are added to water, they make bases, whereas non-metals make acid. So, like, things like that help, or like making jokes. I made a physics joke to remember which focal point was positive and which one was negative, and my friend was like cringing on how bad it was, but I remembered that when there's a real image, the focal length is positive. And it's like things like that, you can get little tricks, and that can really help. Another thing you can do is work on finding ways where you don't necessarily need to refresh your memory because it's still there. So for me, that's taking notes by hand during class while I'm actually in the course. I don't like to type on the computer because letters are just letters. They're different things, and this is the same as that, and it doesn't stick in my head. Writing it out and actually forming the words with my hand, it's almost the act of writing it out that gets it stuck in my head, because it's like writing it down. This is the word that's being formed, and this is what it's connecting to, and it pieces it together in my head. So remembering it at the beginning and not even forgetting it really helps as far as finals go. The next thing, I guess, is just actually studying. Set aside time to study for what you need to study for. If you are like, yeah, no, I got my math done, I know exactly what I'm going to do, I feel super confident, still review it, but don't spend a lot of time on it. If you're like, oh my gosh, I can't remember anything about chemistry, I need to go and review this topic so much, it would make more sense to set more time aside. If you're like, oh my gosh, chemistry, can't remember anything, it would make so much more sense to set more time aside for chemistry than math. If you know math a lot and you don't, it's like, yeah. What else? The next thing is take breaks. Don't be afraid to say, you know what, I've been studying for 3 hours. I can go watch an episode of TV. I can go play on my phone for half an hour. But control your breaks. Say for every hour, hour and a half that you study, you get 15 minutes to do whatever you want. That way you can study and keep yourself focused because you're working towards your reward. And it can really help you to keep on task and not be distracted by things that are like, oh my gosh, I really want to check my phone, but I'm studying, but I want to check my phone, but I'm studying. You can just be like, you know what, I'm going to study, and as soon as I've studied and I understand this concept, I'm allowed to check my phone and be on it for 15 minutes. And it can really help discipline you and actually keep you doing stuff. plan your time wisely as well, because you don't want to realize that you haven't studied at all and you really need to, and it be that you have 4 hours until your exam. And so really kind of watch where your exams are. Kind of sucks for me this year because I have 3 exams in the course of 36 hours. I'll have 3 different exams, and then the next one, my last exam is like a week later, so I have a bunch of time for a test that I'm not really studying for, and not a lot of time for 3 that I am. So it's like, but yeah, really watch how much time you have and how you want to use it. And like, I know last year I had a math provincial and I was like, I need to get this done. I need to study for it. It's been a while. Like, I can't really remember what I'm doing. And I set a month aside to study for my math provincial. I said, okay, I have to reteach myself a unit every 3 days. I had 3 days to go over a unit, and I counted everything out and I timed it all out, and I was like, okay, and I set myself deadlines. So I still had a lot of time to go over things, and I wasn't cramming in the week before. Now, when it comes to the day of your exam, or when it comes to the time of your exam, get a lot of sleep the night before, because the last thing you want to be doing is falling asleep in your exam because you're cramming. Because, hate to break it to you, but cramming the night before, usually that information will not stick in your brain. Like, if there's something that you keep forgetting, read it right before the test and keep it in your mind until you get your paper. And then if you're still like thinking about it, write it down on the top of the paper and be like, okay, this is what I have to not forget. And then you can have that, and you don't need to worry about trying to remember that for the rest of your test, because it's already there. It's already written down, and like that's what you reviewed like right before the test. It's like you can keep it in your mind. Other than that, like, make sure you're comfortable. Like, bring water, bring some food in if you're allowed. Make sure you have extra supplies. Don't come in with like half a pencil and an eraser and that's it. Like, have your calculator if you're supposed to need a calculator. Bring a ruler if you're supposed to have a ruler. Have extra pencils. Have a sharpener. Like, be prepared for your exam with the actual supplies that you need. I know for me, I need to also have my go card and my pen number. So have that as well. Other than that, really just know what you need to study for and actually apply yourself and do it. And basically, good luck. If this helped you at all, like, another side note, you can also use cue cards to study, or like flashcards, and quiz your friends. That can help a lot. But that's it for this video. If it helped you at all, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below what your favorite type of studying is, or what your study techniques are. So we can help everyone during this crazy time of finals week. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week.